today in order to celebrate the careers of Officer Harold Taylor and Officer Wallace Taylor. Both of these officers, they just epitomize having a good behavior when they get to work, and also doing diligent duty while they're at work. These guys have an awesome personality, and also they have an awesome dedication to duty. And it is with great pleasure that I present them with a plaque for honoring your 25 years of service for Officer Howard. Years of service, Officer Wallace.
For a New York Yankees fan, though, but thank you.
Let me get up and stand between these guys. Right. Maybe the last chance I have to get them all in the same room. But, they are going to be missed. They're out there working every day. There's no telling how many lives they've saved by getting drunk drivers off the road. I'm going to guess this, but I bet I'm not too far from wrong, that these two gentlemen have taken more drunk drivers off the street than any other 3 or 4 or 5 people in the state put together.
All right.
They have done an awesome job, and what they've showed me is how much they love this job. And I know they're going to miss it. I know it's a hard day for them. I wish them well. I know that both of them got good careers ahead of them. Wallace has already decided to take care of me, and yeah, don't put any funny faces. But I sincerely appreciate all the work that they've done, and what I really appreciate about them is the fact that they can draw a crowd like this. That there were so many people that wanted to be here today because they like them. They've inspired other people to do the job like they've done. If your families, and I know you're the type of gentleman that don't go home and talk about what all you do. So I hope for all the friends and family members here today that you pay attention to everything that's being said about them, because they probably don't brag about themselves at home, but they deserve being bragged about. It's a loss to the department, but we all will be moving on at some time, and I guess this is the day you picked, and I'm happy for you, even though I don't want you to leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Chief, if you don't mind, we have Sergeant Burke. He's got a couple of parting items, parting gifts for these guys.
We took up a collection of traffic unit for each of you. Like the chief was saying, you're going to be missed greatly, even though sometimes it took Wally a little bit to get to work. You're both very hard workers. There's, like the chief was saying, there's no telling how many lives y'all saved. And I would concur with the chief. I mean, we went to the awards last year. Both of y'all had more arrests than anybody in the state of Tennessee. Especially you, though. It's going to be hard to fill you all shoes. You're both very hard workers, and I've enjoyed y'all working for me. Good luck to y'all in the next phase of your life.
Thank you.
Thank you, both of you.
Thanks. You should have probably given Wallace that watch about 5 years ago. Let me introduce somebody now that's been my friend for, I know, the 38 years that I've been here. She was a police officer when I came here, one of the first female police officers on our police department. And when she retired, she didn't give up government service. So she now serves in our council. It's somebody that I know I've got somebody out there in the neighborhood that's telling me what's going on, and that I can go see her, and I get the straight scoop every time. And she's a big supporter of what I call the Taylor brothers. And Councilor Lancaster, would you come up with me?
Thank you, Chief. He knows how to say it just like I told him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to be here today. It really is. As the chief said, I was a police officer, and I guess Wallace looked at what I was doing and how I was doing. then he decided he wanted to do it, which makes me very proud. But before I do that, Chief, I'd like to recognize our clerk, Metropolitan Clerk, Miss Anna Escobar, if you'll raise your hand. She used to practice law, and I'm sure all these officers has crossed her path. And the mayor's right hand and left hand and liaison between the council and the mayor's office, Marty Zykus, who is an attorney. Also, and I'm sure a lot of these officers, Wallace and Harold, I know particularly, they have crossed paths with. And I want to thank them for coming today. The mayor was coming. He had an 11 o'clock keynote and a 2 o'clock keynote. And I said, you just can't squeeze it in. But he's got a couple of surprises in his office. And we're going to get a date for you and Wallace to come down and get that. And, of course, the chief will be there. I don't make a move without my chief, y'all. But I got a little something here for Wallace, and it goes double. What I say about Wallace can be applied to Officer Harold Taylor. I call him Uncle Harold. That's what I always call him. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so don't get nervous. I'm just going to pick out a little bit. But I might get carried away. So Mama always gives me and I'll cut it off. A proclamation for Officer Wallace Harrison Taylor Jr. Whereas on February 20th, 2013, Officer Wallace Harrison Taylor recently completed his remarkable and distinguished career in law enforcement with the Metropolitan Nashville-Davidson County Police Department after 28 years of service. Whereas Officer Wallace Taylor Jr. began his career in 1985 upon graduating from the Metro Police Academy. After working in patrol, he then went to the Traffic Division and eventually worked with the DUI Task Force, a post which he held with distinction until his retirement. Whereas throughout his career with the Metropolitan Police Department, he has remained dedicated to the honor of his profession, helpful to all those in need, respected by many in the community and on the force. And whereas he is no stranger toward accolades during his career with the Metropolitan Police Department, Officer Wallace Harrison Taylor Jr. was recognized January 1990 as Officer of the Month, B Detail South Patrol for distinguished service. In May of 2008, Field Operations Bureau Special Operations Officer of the Month, and in April 2009, he received a certificate of commendation along with numerous other recognition. And whereas he was honored by the Mothers Against Drunk Driving in his efforts to support their mission, Officer Taylor received honorable recognition for service of excellence in his outstanding performance and admirable initiative and conscientious diligence, which led to 228 DUI arrests in 2006, and at one point he was #1 arresting officer, DUI officer for the state of Tennessee with over 300 DUI arrests. And was commended for his dedication in removing impaired drivers from the streets of Nashville. Whereas Wallace Taylor is a devoted family man, as a loving husband and supported by his wife Sandra R. Darden Taylor, as a loving father to Kristen Taylor, a senior at University of Tennessee in Knoxville. He is the son of Willa D. Taylor, who is present today, and the brother of yours truly, Edith Taylor Langster, and he's uncle to David Langster of Virginia and Travis Langster of Maryland, who surprised him today and flew in this morning and have to be on the 5 o'clock plane out here. Raise your hands, 2 boys. Thank you all for coming so much. After graduating from Father Ryan High School, he attended Tennessee State University and is an avid fan of the Tennessee Titans. Isn't that right, Sergeant? Yeah. He's also an OVC basketball and football fan, SEC. Oh, he loves Vanderbilt, y'all.
University of Tennessee.
Go Balls.
His dog goes there. He's got on something right now with Vanderbilt on it. He doesn't move without putting something on by Vanderbilt. And he will be seen at the SEC tournament and the OVC tournament at Nashville Auditorium. As a surprise, he is your 4-day pass to the OVC.
Oh, yeah.
So Councilmember District 21 of Metropolitan Government, Nashville, Davis County, do hereby recognize Officer Wallace Harrison Taylor and my uncle, Uncle Harold Taylor, for their invaluable service they have given to Metropolitan Police Department and the city of Nashville. And we wish them well as they start their retirement and then move on to their next rite of passage. Thank you.
This is a proclamation, suitably framed, matter of fact, very nicely framed, and signed by Edith Taylor Langston and Diane Neighbor as Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's a very nice flag. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Switch it. Gotta stop it.
There you go. Excellent.
Thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate it. See some old faces. Jeff Bauer just made lieutenant thanks to his great field training officer he had. Thank y'all for coming. I would really miss y'all.
And I want y'all to know, I had 19 years of leading the unit. I give him that
Healthy competition always.
Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. I already told the chief that I appreciate him for carrying me along in my career. Wallace carried me along in my career. There's a lot of other people carried me along in my career. And I'm a better person for these people being in my life. I've been accepted into Miss Taylor's family up here. I can't think of the words to say to tell y'all how I appreciate all the people that have shown us love. You know, I mean, even some we didn't even think loved us. So we are gonna in 8 days be done with Metro, and hopefully we carry whatever we got here into our next life. So thank you all, and thank you, Chief. And
Just want to say one thing. Also, I want to thank my co-field training officer, Chief Pike. I rode with Chief Pike when I was. Chief Pike?
Chief, come on.
Come on, in. Thank you for coming, Chief.
Absolutely.
And my college roommate, Major Greg Robinson, that I encouraged to join the department there. He's a major.
How you doing?
Would you like to say something?
I thank you for inviting us out, Ann and I talked to Edith. I know Harold and Wallace and worked with them and really respect the job that they've done. And obviously they've been a credit to the city, and we wish them both well.
Thank you.
Well, I had the honor of prosecuting the cases that both of these gentlemen presented, and I also had the, not the honor of defending the wonderful cases, and I also represented some people. So I have known these gentlemen for a very long time, and I'm very sorry to see you guys go, but I wish you a wonderful next chapter in your life, and you're both honorable, hardworking men, and I know you will do great in your next chapter. And don't forget us, please.
No.
You know, there's always been this friendly competition between these two. So I did get a report a while back that they want an investigation conducted because it was said they were taking credit for each other's arrest. So I thought about it a while, and I said, well, as long as they're just stealing from each other, that's okay. So we didn't do an investigation.
Oh, that's the reason why I got that 19.
Judge?
How you doing, Judge? Come on, you said you wanted that.
I told y'all I was going to make a
Yes,
speech.
ma'am.
Y'all have invited me up to make a speech. Y'all sure you want me to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
just cutting from him. My mom sitting right
You got
there.
any, do you have any good courtroom stories to tell about it?
Actually, well, and as Anna said, I've defended cases that these guys have brought. I haven't prosecuted any cases that they've brought. I've listened to a few that they've brought, and yes, it's going to be awful to not see their faces coming in the courtroom. I mean, you always knew they were going to be there. You didn't always know exactly when, but you knew they were going to be there.
Knew I was coming.
Now, the best case, though, and you know I'm going to tell it, don't you, Wally? I had a lady of Hispanic descent, and she was a really pretty girl. Her name was Lizette, and she was tall and thin and willowy, and she was really pretty. But she spoke in a bit of broken English a little bit, so that when she talked, it sounded kind of like, yeah. And Wallace got to talk to her that night, and finally, I think we banned her from Nashville, didn't we?
Yeah, that was part of the plea
That was
agreement.
part of the plea agreement. She just could not come back to Nashville. And he's always remembered her. And I told him that if I was going to try to find her and invite her out here.
No.
But in all honesty, I'm going to miss these the two twins, the Taylor twins, because they always had good cases, they always made good cases, and they have protected us and the other citizens of this county for a long time. And I'm going to miss them. And I wish you well, both of you.
Thank you, Judge. Carl. Chief, because you're the only one that's going to be making.
Come on up here, brother.
I'm Harold's wife, the other half. And I just wanted to introduce his mom. This was a surprise. He didn't know his mom and his sister and his niece and nephew was going to be able to come. And I just wanted to introduce his mom. This is Maynola Sanders. They're from Memphis. If you guys could just come up because they have a surprise for you as well. And his sister, Cassandra Rogers, she works for the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. She'll be retiring soon. Sorry. And I don't know why they wrapped it in this Steelers stuff. It should have been Cowboys.
Tennessee Titans.
Steelers. I don't know why, but it should have been in Cowboys. But we wanted to be nice, didn't we?
Yeah, we wanted to.
And we just wanted to.
It was hard.
Yeah.
But we do want you to open in front of our.
Oh my goodness.
They've been in Nashville. They've been in the state of Tennessee. Tennessee Titans fan.
I really don't want to tear this paper. No. She got a You always tell them Cowboy fans. You want to tear it to a Steelers.
Don't hate, just appreciate.
Right.